Ahmed Eldeeb is a student advocate for social justice, striving to learn and achieve more to better our society. Ahmed is the coordinator for 0 Hour, a global outreach organization, and co-founded Egypt Goes Eco, an environmental education and awareness campaign. He's a trusted member of his student population and serves as the Student Government Vice President, Key Club International Trustee, and Science Olympiad President. Ahmed created and hosted a Science Olympiad Summer Science Institute, a science camp for children in his community. He is the co-director of the Forerunner magazine, which is focused on providing a platform for young artists and creatives to share their work. Ahmed excels as a student and as a community leader. Please welcome Ahmed as he presents There's No Harm in Trying.
It was during the 5th grade when I was first introduced to the science fair. The objective at the time was only to think of an issue and why it was important. Naturally, at 10 years old, you think of what affects you personally as being the largest issue. So I thought of the most familiar place, my home. Near my family's home in Egypt, I witnessed the water change over time as it faced vast pollution and contamination. It provided me with a deep sense of urgency to do my part in addressing the global crisis. I watched mothers doing laundry with it, kids splashing each other with it, and farmers using it to irrigate their crops. It was a river that sustained the community. Equally important, it was grounding to me. It reminded me of many firsts, the joy of having a picnic by the riverside, reconnecting with cousins every summer, and the peacefulness of watching the sunset over its tranquil waters. The river had witnessed all of it. Therefore, it was natural that I would think of it when I was coming up with my first science fair project. I hypothesized that I would solve water pollution. I mean, how hard could it be to bring it back to the clear, pure, crystal blue water? Well, it turns out it's pretty hard to clean the Nile River over a 5th grade science fair project, according to my science fair teacher. But there's no harm in trying. Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed Eldeeb, and I am a 17-year-old student researcher from Ormond Beach, Florida, who still focuses on water pollution, but in a much more thought-out hypothesis this time. As someone who's witnessed the devastating effects of climate change firsthand while growing up in Egypt, I cannot emphasize how science fair has become my agent of change. My 5th grade project thought turned out to be larger than just a school assignment. It allowed me to play an active role within my community in and out the lab. In the lab, I currently focus on utilizing reusable magnetic nanoparticles for the removal of microplastics within water. While out of it, I am reminded that my research can be translated to action while I march on the streets for sustainable policies. As student researchers, we are uniquely positioned to drive positive change in our communities because we know it firsthand. As young people and teenagers, we have the opportunity to engage in scientific research that serves as a driving force for change. As we delve into new knowledge and understanding of the world around us, we have the potential to understand issues such as the impact of human activities on the environment and develop solutions to mitigate those very issues. Most importantly, we have the power to see the world through a fresh lens, unfubrated by the limitations of what has always been done. We are fearless in our pursuit of knowledge and unrelenting in our quest for a better future. It's this spirit of innovation and determination that not only fuels our passion, but drives our will to try to shape our future, to try to create a world that is sustainable, equitable, and full of promise, and to try to conquer our imaginations. Because after all, there's no harm in trying. Thank you all so much.